Hey guys. So as you guys know, this is a double header, which was supposed to be the main event is of course John Rocha versus Ben the Boss Bateman, and the undercard was supposed to be Rosie Knight taking on Schmoedown fan himself, Matt Cruz. I'm being a dumbass, and fair warning, that match will not be uploaded. I had everything ready. I had the video recorded. I had editing raw ready. I was getting ready to upload it on YouTube, and the sound quality was completely off. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was a technical issue, but fair warning. I do not feel comfortable watching the match over again, knowing I know the result and faking it for you guys. So that's why I'm giving you this heads up at the start of the video that will not. I'm skipping Matt Cruz versus Rosie Knight. It was a great match. Link in the description below to watch it. But we're going on to main event, which is John Rocha versus Ben the Boss Bateman. So enjoy. What is up, No Nation? It's your boy Hunter from Film Nerd TV, and we are back again doing part 2 of the doubleheader, which is the main event. Ben the Boss Bateman, representing Team Action, Action Army for Life, baby, taking on the Outlaw John Rocha. Hashtag who I got. I gotta go with, I'm going with my heart here. I'm going Ben the Boss Bateman. I'm a huge Team Action fan, as you guys know. It's going to be a great match, though, so let's get into it, and let's have some fun. Oh, we'll preview.
There he is, the Outlaw. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you.
Hey, Mike.
John, I want to talk to you. Glad I caught you here.
Yeah.
People have been asking me. They keep for a while. They're like, who, that Clark match, who are you talking to? Who are you looking at on the audience? Who was there for you? It was you, buddy.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say right now, thank you. Some people, when you do things for them, they don't believe in thank yous.
Right.
I believe in thank yus. So I guess I'm for you, as a thank you to you.
Yeah.
You know that stupid rule Christian's got with Thad? You got to win 3 to get a title match? Well, Thad and I, we got a little thing going on here. A little, you know, he listens to me, I listen to him, takes advice, you know. We're going to do it. Now it's going to be 2 wins to get a shot at the title.
Really?
Yeah, 2 wins. So you got Bateman, you beat Bateman.
Yeah.
Good shot at that, right? He's a good player, you can take him. And then, you beat one more player. You beat the winner of Riley or Guy. You get a shot at the title.
Okay.
Sound good?
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, but wait.
Yeah.
What's the catch, Mike? I know you always got something up your sleeve. What's the catch?
My sleeves. Oh, no catch, buddy. Come on. I mean, you beat Bateman, and next match after that, big mouth Guy. That's not really competition. And then, I don't really like factions. We've kind of got that out there. I don't like factions, so you and Riley could be possibility. 5 horsemen, 2 little horsemen, and the little horses coming at each other in a title match. I'm getting ahead of myself. Think about it, champ.
Ooh.
That guy's good. That guy is damn good.
It's time to pay the piper, boys. Dress up all you want. I want you to dress up because you're going to your own funeral. So wear black, baby. Wear black. And your ladies and gentlemen, advancing into the final.
You are one of the only teams in the league that has gotten 4 wins in a row. You guys are going to be going up against Above the Line after this.
And your winner, advancing to the Schmoedown Spectacular. And now these numbers.
Today we did not play our best game, and we lost to a very, very, very boring team.
Somebody's diapers needs to be changed, John. And guess what? We'll help you.
Get him the fuck out of my
We'll help you in a short amount of time. Enjoy your loss.
If they win, they'll get the #1 contender match. If Action wins, they will get a title match.
You guys want us to play a team that we already dispatched, a team that we and everyone else agrees does not deserve to be here. Do you know who deserves to be at the Spectacular? Us. Team Action.
And your winner, by way of technical knockout, Team Top 10!
Dose goes in. John Favreau's the answer.
Yeah, rubbing it in there.
Andrew Guy has been eliminated and disqualified from the league for the next 3 months. This is a 3-month suspension.
I'm so frustrated with dealing with ridiculous team matchups. Just give me a singles match, okay?
And even though Ben Bateman is only 1-1, he has made a huge impact on this league with his attitude, his knowledge. He's challenging everyone.
Do something fun, Draco. Do this. Let's dance, all right?
And your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Mark the
It doesn't matter. We're here to do one thing and one thing only, and that is to avenge this loss. Okay? I'll be back. I'll play that moron Mance.
I got nothing to lose. Yes, this is happening right now.
The winner of this match would move on to face John Rocha.
And your winner, Ben the Boss Bateman.
You earned your shot. You did a good job. You took care of Mance. You were a kid, you were a rookie. You made your way. You've been talking about facing me, and now it's come. You and me, toe to toe. And this is to get into the singles tournament. You're out your goddamn mind if you don't think I'm gonna whip the shit out of you to get in that tournament. Because I want my belt back, boy. And I'm gonna take it from you one piece at a time. One little handkerchief at a time. I'm gonna take you down. You understand?
You know, Rocha, last I
that
remember,
boy a real limit.
last I remember, you were walking away when I kicked your ass in the free-for-all. So how about you shut your mouth?
How do you define kicking someone's ass? Are you like a dumb?
I recall saying, bye, Rocha, and watching your ass walk out the door.
You did, and then you walked
What do you call that?
right after me. And listen, I'm going to send you some money. I'm going to get you a suit that fits, not one out of a kid's gap.
So I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. 'Cause I'm sick of it, and they're sick of it, and I know they're sick of it.
You guys know this one we gotta watch.
Versus Horsemen, and here's a look at what they were saying before the match.
So I'm here.
Hell
I told
yeah,
you.
the boss, baby.
No shows. You got a show. You got a bunch of other jackasses in this league that are going to give you a show. But you know what I'm going to do today? What I was born to do.
Ben Bateman, I respect you, man. You fought in this league. You've got to this position to take me on. You've done well on the tag team. You've beaten us with your Team Action team. You've beaten top 10 before. You've surprised a few people, Ben, and I know you're studying the game. But there's no amount of studying you can do to get you ready for the Outlaw.
Now, when somebody shows you who they are, you take them seriously. John, he showed me who he was. Now I'm going to crush his spirit. Now I'm going to take everything that is dear to him and ruin it for him.
We'll see what you got, Ben, toe-to-toe. But my time is now as well. My time for the belt is here. I'm taking care of you. I'm taking care of who's next. And then I'm going to get that belt. I need it back around my waist. 2-time champion. That's what the Outlaw needs to be in the singles division. And that's what I'm going to be.
Since this interview started, I've acquired 13 companies. Do you understand what that's like? Do you understand what it's like to be me? Of course you don't. Nobody does. I'm going to show you what that's like today in the ring.
So, the boss, get ready. Your ass is about to get fired.
I got very little to say. Only one thing to do. And that's to make the Outlaw retire. Because it's time for the Horsemen to end.
Oh, and one last thing. What has everyone learned about the Outlaw? Just when you think he's out. Just when you think he's done. Just when you think he can't do it again. He can, he does, and I will. believe.
No shortage of words for either opponent there. Ken, you got Ben Bateman. The mask, and Bateman and Rocha has delivered a top secret box.
I wasn't sure if it was going to get here.
I don't have any fans.
Open that in the studio. I'm not
Kleenex.
Okay.
Kleenex.
No, he used plenty of those already.
Kleenex. Looks like my Friday night's happening here.
This is.
Oh, look at that! It's the new. He's going back. We've seen this work for him before.
The blindfold is back.
I'll tell you.
Wow.
For a second, that package looked like my Friday night indeed, but now this is turning into something else. John's going back to the strategy, Mark. We'll see if it pays.
This must be so he can legibly write Jane Fonda, right? That's got to be why.
I gotta be honest with
you. One thing here.
Please, the floor is yours.
This is the blindfold I wore when I beat Christian Harloff, and I want to dedicate this match to Christian Harloff.
Okay.
And all he's been through, so sending it out to you, but.
All right.
That makes
very
a lot of
nice
sense.
words. And John Rocha and Ben Bateman, and we are getting ready to go. I'm just glad that what's inside that box was not some sort of creepy sex toy. All right, we are going to get going here as I read the rules for round number 1. In round number 1, as both competitors probably are already aware, you're going to hear 8 questions asked to the field from 8 different corners of the movie Trivia Galaxy. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question in round 1. There's no stealing in round 1. As soon as we ask the question up here at the answer desk, please write down your best attempt at an answer on the whiteboard and pens that are on the house. Once we ask you by name to reveal your answer, please show your answer on the whiteboard to the cameras at the same time you verbalize it into the microphone. Competitor's going to have about 15 seconds in the entirety of the match per question. I remind each competitor of the 3 JTE rules that you can use throughout the match. If you're not sure you heard a question properly, you want to ask again, or you just ready to go, is the rest of your personage prepared?
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay, Ben Bateman, it's not too much trouble. Are you ready to go with your busy schedule?
Excuse me. Waiting for this day since I joined the Schmoedown.
Let's get ready to Schmoedown!
Come on, Batman.
Kicking off will be the esteemed Ken Knapsack. Ken, what category do we have to greet our competitors first?
All right, question 1 comes in the category of action/adventure. Action/adventure.
Okay. Do you need multiple choice on this one, Ben, or can you get it?
Should probably focus on not losing, right?
All right, here you go. In what movie will you see characters John Patrick Mason, General Francis X. Hummel, and Stanley Goodspeed? General Francis X. Hummel.
I think you got it right.
Yeah.
And we'll see if each competitor is able to get this right. In a category they both know very well.
All right.
Going to move to 5, 4,
No idea.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, John Rocha first.
I don't know. Con Air?
That is not correct. Does Ben Bateman have it?
It's been the greatest honor of my life to serve with you, General.
He certainly does. It is The Rock.
Okay.
You gotta wonder if the blindfold obscured his knowledge.
Yeah.
As we move on to animated. These are movies drawn by hand or on a computer. Your question is, in the Disney film, The Sword in the Stone, name one of the 3 animals Merlin transforms Wart into during his lessons. Need one of the 3.
I have a wart that the doctor said is transforming into a problem.
We're not talking about that wart.
Okay.
It's a character in the film, I believe. This is not the...
We're on air?
Medical Schmoedown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Go to Ben Bateman.
A fox.
That's incorrect.
Cannot accept the fox. John Rocha, do you have it?
I don't know. Snake?
Not a snake either. We would have taken a fish, would have taken a squirrel, or a bird, particularly a sparrow.
I've never seen it.
Okay.
All right. Third question comes in the category of dramas. Dramas. Who is the writer, director, and star of 1996 Sling Blade?
You gotta wonder how you actually negotiate writing down an answer while wearing a blindfold. If it affects the handwriting. He's had handwriting issues in the past. That's why I bring
if I get soap in my eye in the shower, I've fallen out before.
5, 4, 3,
I've never seen
2, 1. Pens down. John Rocha first.
Billy Bob Thornton.
It is, in fact, Billy Bob Thornton, Ben Bateman.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Okay.
I'd like to suggest that the Outlaw, instead of having to hold the thing up with one hand and write with his answer clearly legible on the table, I don't want to be called for cheating when he's writing his answer like this.
It seemed like I could read it just fine, so we will let it play. We go to movie quotes. Movie quotes is next category. In what sci-fi comedy will you hear the following quote? I want the people to know that they still have 2 out of 3 branches of the government working for them, and that ain't bad.
Sci-fi comedy.
I'd take that now.
I think 2018, we all would accept that as a win.
Sci-fi comedy? No.
Okay, and they're both scribbling down the rest of them
Scribbling
an
down
answer.
something.
And we go to 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down, Rocha. Ben Bateman.
Mars Attacks.
It is
That's
Mars
correct.
Attacks. John Rocha, did you have it?
Did not have it.
Fifth
Did not
Element.
Oh yeah, Ben.
All right.
All right.
Yes.
Off to a slow start for the
3-1.
Fifth question comes in the category of fantasy sci-fi. Fantasy sci-fi. What repeated 3-word phrase does Caesar use to unite the apes throughout the 2010's rebooted Planet of the Apes trilogy?
The name Caesar reminds me of a question I want to ask. I give you 1 salad from anywhere for the rest of the time.
Yeah.
What salad are you taking?
I'm going to Wood Ranch and the tri-tip salad.
Replacing it with chicken, and I'm on your team. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Please repeat the question.
Oh, 1 for Ben. We've got what repeated 3-word phrase does Caesar use to unite the apes throughout the 2010's rebooted Planet of the Apes trilogy?
I love this trilogy. Probably one
So
of
anyways,
the best
barbecue
trilogies
chicken just
out
to be
there.
safe.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Chipotle
Okay,
ranch on the
I
side.
like
And
that.
it
I like
is
the bacon.
5, 4,
together.
2,
Strong.
1. Pens down. John Rocha, you have the first shot.
Apes Together Strong?
That is correct. Does Ben
correct.
Bateman have it?
Apes Strong Together.
So close, but it had to be in the right order. And Ben Bateman now sees his
close,
lead
Ben.
shrink to 1, 3-2. Our next question is in the world of movie release dates.
Oh, there
That's
you go.
right.
Your question is,
That's his
Paul
category.
Verhoeven's action sci-fi thriller Total Recall was released in what year? Ben Bateman defeated Scott Mance. And
Yeah,
Scott Mance,
Paul
very good
does.
trivia competitor.
Yeah, and this is in that.
One of the better matches I've ever seen.
Category, yeah.
5, 4,
96?
3, 2, 1. Pens down, Ben Bateman.
1990.
That is correct.
John Rocha.
Nope. 1996.
Off by
Okay.
6 years. 4-2
6 years.
lead.
Same,
Going into
so
question
was I.
7.
Good guess, Rocha.
Question 7 in the category of horror/thriller. Horror/thriller.
Well, these are all categories I'm not good in. Interesting. Okay, go ahead.
Which installment of the Final Destination franchise is focused on a group who escaped death from a roller coaster disaster?
Your favorite roller
No, when you
coaster.
say which, so do you mean like first, second, third, fourth, fifth? Or do you mean the name of the movie?
Which installment?
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Anyway,
Final
back to my
Destination
question.
3.
Favorite roller coaster?
Yeah.
Riding down Laurel Canyon in my
Destination
Camry.
three.
I
First
was
one
going
plane crash,
Loch Ness
second
Monster
one
Busch Gardens.
was
You
a
win. 5,
car accident.
4,
Third one was a roller
3,
coaster.
2, 1. Pens down. John Rocha.
No clue. Fifth?
That is incorrect. Ben Bateman.
Final Destination 5, The Final Destination.
We're looking for Final Destination 3. 3.
So Ben loses a chance to capitalize there and extend his lead.
That's the one where death comes back to haunt the other kids that survived, I believe.
Yeah.
All right. Our last question
there's one more?
in
Okay.
round 1 is a Patreon question.
Oh.
And this question comes to us from John Pattison. Thank you, John, for supporting the show.
Thank
We
you,
appreciate
John.
your patronage. You want to check out more of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown? Just ask John Pattison. Or you guys can check out the Movie Trivia Schmoedown, select which tier is right for you. One day you could have your name called where I just said John Pattison's. He wanted the category of comedies, probably because he's seen Rocha do stand-up. Our question is, that was not a burn. John Rocha's performed stand-up, and he's very funny. And now the crowd hates me. In what Pennsylvania town does Phil Connors get stuck reliving the same day over and over in Groundhog Day?
The people laughed over the first part of the question. Did you say the Pennsylvania town?
I did. Yeah, Rocha, I'd say a solid 3
Oh,
for
my
4
God, I
on
don't
his
know.
I
stand-up
was
comedy.
there last time. It was definitely entertaining.
You introduced him.
I did.
Came on stage with a transcript.
Spelling count?
5,
Good.
4,
Okay, good.
3, 2,
I have no idea.
and 1. We go to Ben Bateman.
Pittsburgh.
Incorrect. Incorrect. Looking for John Rocha's answer.
Punxsutawney?
That is close enough, and we are going to be leaning on the spelling for Punxsutawney.
He did that blindfolded.
I'm sorry, JT. This is the best I got.
He did it blindfolded, and Ken, I'm not really good at math. Did either competitor pitch a perfect
No, sir. No, sir.
It's actually 4-3,
No,
so
sir.
we're waiting for each legend in the Schmoedown to really show their true teeth and colors. We move on to round 2. In round number 2, the Wheel of Justice, Doom, your fate appears, and there are 10 slices from 10 different corners of the particular movie genre. Ask the question. You're not sure of the answer. You can ask us to provide you with multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options. Category is going to contain missing a question. However, there is stealing available in round 2. If you get asked a question, you're not sure of the answer, you can ask us to provide you with multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options. One of those is the correct answer. And I'll remind everybody out there watching that today's match, we have a wheel that is sponsored by our Schmoedown patron, Emmanuel Ibanez. Emmanuel, thank you so much for sponsoring the wheel, and the sponsored wheel slices, Ken, for today's match are 90s and fantasy sci-fi.
Ooh, yeah.
And a third wheel slice for today's match was sponsored by one of our Schmoedown patrons. That sponsored wheel slice is Oscars. So a lot of Patreon magic here, and they're the ones watching this match first. Ben Bateman, you have the option to spin first or defer, and I will point out your opponent's already standing for some reason.
He can walk over to that wheel and he can spin it first.
Oh,
that would be great.
Here we go.
All right, well.
John stumbling over like me on my 5th year birthday.
Not warm.
He's very slow draw.
It's like the...
there you go. Other way. Left. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, you caught it just in the nick of time. All right, go ahead and spin it. Way to show up on time, Riley.
That was dicey. There was like a...
I was worried about him.
Yeah. A weird version of Pin the Tail on the Donkey from my high school graduation party.
Look like my grandfather stumbling to the bathroom at 3 a.m. And we're looking at 90s.
90s.
He's
going to spin again.
No, he's going to spin again.
No hesitation there. He stumbles back.
Here he goes.
Looking,
did he have this much trouble with the blindfold?
He's looking like the characters at the beginning of Old School coming out of the sex closet.
All right, and it looks like he might have spun something he didn't want. Denzel Washington movies it is, and it is Denzel Washington. He is an actor of note. Got to start on St. Elsewhere, and you are going to answer 4 questions about Denzel Washington from the mouth of the golden voice of Ken Knapsack.
By the way, I interviewed Denzel Washington, cast it on Collider.
Oh, we're going to ask our first question.
All right, that's great. You can follow me on Instagram at Ken Knapsack. All right, 4 questions in the category of Denzel Washington. Question 1. Who played Denzel Washington's co-lead, Michael Stigman, in the action comedy Two Guns?
Mark Wahlberg.
Got to wonder if he's going to get this one, Ken.
Yeah.
Was it?
Mark
He seems to be milking it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of like he's been in Transformers.
5, 4, 3.
Mark Wahlberg.
Thank you.
That's 2 points there. That's 2 points.
Right. I gave him a quick count because I felt like he was.
That's fair. That's
like
fair.
he was pulling on some others.
That was close.
He's seen the cover of the box.
All right. Second question.
I've been watching How to Act by Ben Bateman. Yes, go ahead.
Who plays the... All right. Who plays the mad bomber that Denzel Washington uses time travel to catch in the 2006 film Deja Vu?
Oh, crap. Now, this is legitimate. I don't remember.
You know, the wolf. You cry wolf a few times. I'm not buying into it anymore.
Well, you know about that, Ken. All right, multiple choice, please.
4. Okay.
All right. A. Val Kilmer. B. Doreen Scott. C. Wes Bentley. D. Jim Caviezel.
Jim Caviezel.
That's correct for a point.
Okay.
All right. Third question out of 4. What instrument does Denzel Washington play in Mo Better Blues?
Trumpet.
That is correct for 2 points.
All right. Rocha accelerates to an 8-4 lead over Bateman.
John, your final question, the category of Denzel Washington. In the Book of Eli, what is unique about the version of the Bible Eli has, other than it being the last one?
He memorized it. Like he memorized it.
Is incorrect.
Oh.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Ben? For an answer here in 5,
Come on, Ben.
4, 3, 2, 1.
It's written in a special kind of ink.
Is incorrect. Looking for it. It's written in Braille.
What was it?
Braille.
Oh, Braille.
Braille, the guy with no blindfold didn't get the Braille question right. Very interesting. And now we've given Rocha a bit of a hard time, but now it's Ben Bateman's turn to get into the hot seat. So,
Come on, Ben.
Mr. Bateman, step on up there. Have your assistant do the chore for you. You can spin the wheel, and you find yourself trailing by 4.
I'm sorry, his Bible is in Braille? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got a Braille Bible.
Because I thought he was...
Bateman spinning here. Bateman spinning here.
It's a good movie. I like that Book of Eli.
Yeah. I like Ben's a good guy. He and I had a 3-hour conversation about Huey Lewis the other day.
Huey Lewis cannot tour anymore because of the eardrums. It's a shame. All right, we might be looking at another opponent's choice or Oscar movies.
Oscar movies. He's going to go with
Ben
Oscar
Bateman
movies.
seems
Got your
pretty
strength,
happy
Ben.
with that spin.
That's his strength.
All
Let's see what he's
right,
got.
it's Ben Bateman has spun Oscars, and
Come on, Ben.
Kenny spun Oscars, and now since it's spun, the slice
Come on,
is
Big Ben.
provided to us by our patron Scott Curtis. Scott Curtis, thank you for sponsoring
Thank you,
the
Scott.
Oscars wedge. Maybe he's a big award winner himself. We're going to see if Ben Bateman can take the lead back from Rocha right now. All right, Ben, your first question of a slate of 4. As of 2018, how many times has David Fincher been nominated for Best Director? I believe we're still in that year.
1.
I don't remember it.
I believe it was John Bell.
5, 4, 3, 2.
It's going to be 2.
It, in fact, is 2.
All right.
For 2 points. Benjamin Button and the Social Network. That's the movie about MySpace. We move on to your next question here, Ben, and that is who won the Best Director Oscar for the film Terms of Endearment?
Come on, Ben.
I have a feeling I'm going to have to wait on this one, too. So, going to be 5, 4, 3, 2.
James L. Brooks.
That's correct. Okay. He got another one, and he is all of a sudden tied with John Rocha.
That's right, boy.
And now we move on to your next question. Who sang the Oscar-winning song Secret Love from the 1953 Western comedy Calamity Jane? That is a deep cut.
That is a deep cut.
That is
Yeah,
a
it
deep
is.
cut.
Deep cut.
Let's go to multiple choice.
I can provide that. Is it A, Marilyn Monroe, B, Doris Day, C, Jane Russell, or D, Betty
Doris
Grable?
Day?
You're going to need an answer in 5, 4, 3,
Doris Day.
2. That's 1 point.
Got it. 1 point.
Maneuvered his way around that category, and now we have your last question in this current round, and it is Alan Arkin won his first Oscar for Best Supporting Actor for which film?
Little Miss Sunshine.
2 points for Ben Bateman, and he has an 11-8 advantage over John Rocha going into the final round. So Rocha built himself a nice little lead there, but Ben Bateman, he spun Oscars, he won at Oscars. It was a Patreon slice wheel, so there's some good mojo around it anyway. He enters round 3 with it. All right, he went all odds. The next one 3, and the last one, should we make it that bar 5? There's no stealing. There's no penalty for missing a question. It's you and a test of how much your brain knows about 3 different movie trivia categories. Ben Bateman, your numbers from 1 to 20, sir.
I'm going to go 3, 7, and 17.
All right, he went all odds, Ken. Interesting choice. Can John Rocha counter with the slate of evens?
6, 8, and 19.
He almost did.
18, almost there.
All right, John Rocha, I will be administering the questions to you, the Outlaw, and Ken will be asking Mr. Bateman. All right. John Rocha,
Yeah.
you selected number 6, is that correct?
Yes, I did.
For your 2-point question. That happens to be the category of Western.
Oh, no. Here we go.
All right. And your question is,
2-pointer.
who played Wyatt Earp in the film Wyatt Earp?
Kevin Costner.
That's correct. 2 points.
2 points for the Outlaw. No problem there. And we move on to your next category. You selected number 8. For that, you get questions in the world of Tom Hanks.
Ooh.
Okay. And your question is, what American president gave Forrest Gump his Medal of Honor for Vietnam
President Kennedy.
in the movie Forrest Gump?
Lyndon B. Johnson.
That is correct for 3 points. He knows his presidential history. He knows his Tom Hanks, and he forces the hand of Ben Bateman. Ken, over to you.
All right, Ben, your 2-point question will come in the category that number 3 corresponds to, which is horror. Horror.
Come on, Ben.
Who played the reporter Daniel Malloy in
Tom Cruise.
Interview with the Vampire?
Tom Cruise. Right?
Let him count it down, then you can answer for drama.
All All right, Bateman gets us right. We're tied. We go to 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question, please.
All right, his second one. Who played the reporter Daniel Malloy in Interview with the Vampire?
Tom Cruise, right?
Guys, we can hear you talking, please.
5, 4,
I think it's Tom
3,
Cruise.
2.
Christian Slater.
That's correct.
Seems like you do it all along, Ken. Burn to JT rule just for the fun of it. So now we have a tied ball game. It is 13-13, Marino to Marino. And here's the situation. We have John Rocha only has his 5-pointer left. Ben Bateman still has a 3-pointer on the table in addition to his 5-pointer. So Ben Bateman is going to be asked his 3-point question. And if he can force the hand of Rocha, we go back to Rocha for his 5 points.
All right, 3-point question coming in the category of, you chose number 7, which is sports. Sports movies. 3-point question. Who directed Miracle and Warrior?
Gavin O'Connor.
That was very quick for Ben Bateman, and
didn't want to play that one.
He has forced the hand of Rocha to where Rocha needs to hit this 5-point question, or else Ben Bateman will have defeated him once again.
Once again. Yeah, right. Yeah.
All right. John Rocha,
Yeah.
you selected number 19. And Bernie Kosar's number corresponds to the category of 1990s movies.
Oh.
The very category you
Congratulations.
spun away from
I'm no good at 90s movies. All
in
right.
round number 2. Now you have to answer
Yes,
this
I do.
5-point question, or else Ben Bateman will walk away here a winner, and his intern will get a raise.
He should. He needs a better suit. All right.
Rocha, your question is for 5 points. Name the 2 lead actors of the 1991 drama My Own Private Idaho.
Fuck if I know.
River Phoenix and Keanu Reeves?
Ladies and gentlemen, the questions go back to Ben Bateman.
Look at that.
Light on my shield. Win or lose.
18-16. There is going to be no overtime in this match. Bateman gets it, he wins,
Come on,
and his
Ben.
intern gets a new shiny Porsche. If he loses, John Rocha is riding his dusty Geo Storm out of here victoriously.
All right, Ben, you chose the number
Ben.
17. 17 is Family Films. Family Films. 5-point question.
Come on,
The
Ben.
1990s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. April's apartment was located above what kind of store?
A Chinese restaurant?
Meditating Rocha can't bear to watch, and we go to the count. 5,
Come on, Ben.
4, 3, 2.
Please repeat the question.
In the 1990s Teenage Mutant Ninja
gonna
Turtles,
say
April's apartment was
a
located
Chinese
above
restaurant.
what kind of store?
Come on, Ben.
We go to 5,
Come
4,
on.
3, 2.
A pizza parlor.
And your winner, the Outlaw, John Rocha, looking for Antique Store.
It was an antique store. Went haywire, went wrath with the Foot Clan did battle. And John Rocha is going to somehow stumble his way out of here with his blindfold. A happy man because he won over Ben Bateman. Ken, you just never know with Bateman if he actually knows the answer and is toying with all the Patreon viewers, or if he actually is really trying to think hard about the question just asked.
We know when he doesn't know him, and he missed that final one, but a good performance from Ben today.
Oh, yeah.
I think both of these guys had some slip-ups maybe earlier in the game, but John hung in there. He had
Jen Sturger here with John Rocha. Just a couple of badasses wearing black hats, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and Riley's here too.
Backing up my friend.
He's a badass as well.
I gotta tell you, you guys went down to the very last question.
Yeah.
Were you a little nervous during that match at all?
Oh, you don't take Ben Bateman lightly. You don't. I didn't want to play into their games. The team action is really good at getting under your skin, getting into your heads, and I purposely kept my distance from Ben, and during the match itself, I didn't let too much affect me, just wanted to play the game. The Crusher gave me great advice before the match. He just said,
What's
just
that?
take it one question at a time, trust you know the answers, answer them, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And, you know, as many times as as long as I've been in this league, sometimes you do need a refresher on the advice, and she was really great to do that.
Absolutely. You spun Denzel in the second round. It
Yeah.
was,
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not an easy category. It could have gotten really specific if it hadn't gone actors. If it had gone plot details or names of things, I might have been in trouble. I got lucky. The Braille question, I totally forgot it was Braille. I thought because I remember him reciting it.
Blind.
Yeah, but he's blind, and I'm wearing a blindfold, so I will take shit for that. I'm sure.
Irony.
I'm sure.
irony
Yeah,
right there,
but
man.
listen, Ben played a great game, back and forth. I thought he had it throughout the whole match. It's interesting to kind of lean back and not be so emotionally invested, but he played a hell of a game.
How do you think this win vindicates the Horsemen?
Well, it tells you I'm the leader of the Horsemen, and that just because one of us falls, it doesn't mean we fall. We pick each other back up and we keep going. That's what this is about. I put this great team together so that we could get belts and we could destroy all those records. This man right here, Mark Riley, another one who's coming. Ben played a great match, but we come for everything. That's the goal. That's what we're driven to do. Dan Merle and I, we got a date on September 8th to show more of what we know about movie trivia.
That's right, Riley, though. You're supposed to be going up against Andrew Guy.
That's right. Good stuff, right?
How you feeling about that?
I'm feeling good. I can't wait.
He's still a wild card.
He's a wild card, but I've also, I'm using the word fluke. That's more of a term that we need to use for Andrew Guy. So once I take care of him, the Horsemen will finally have their revenge. And look at that. We would play each other again, be a nice exhibition match, for one of us to get the belt.
Listen, it's all about the Horsemen getting the belt. It's not about individual glory. Yeah. This is a team. That's what we're all about, all right? So, Kalinowski, hey, KO.
Yeah.
We go way back, my friend. I am not falling into your tricks. None of us are. If we play each other, we play each other out of respect. Whoever wins, we cheer the other one on to win that belt and take it off the beast. That's what this is all about.
Whew. You heard it there. I'm excited. Congratulations again.
Thank you, Jen.
All right, guys, I'm back with Ben the Boss Bateman. Ben, obviously that match didn't go quite the way you thought it was going to.
Yeah, it was a real shame. When you grow in business, sometimes you have to cut your losses at certain points and move on to expand. So you take hard losses. It doesn't mean you're not going to end up owning, everything and everyone.
Right. Okay. So what happened out there?
I didn't know the five. I haven't watched the Ninja Turtles since I was a small child. I knew Rocha's answers. I felt his questions were easier than mine, but I spun a strength. He didn't. It was a hard-fought match. At the end of the day, when you get 4 points in round one, you deserve to lose the match. So it's just a shame he got 3 because he really deserved to lose the match.
All right. Obviously, with Anarchy coming up, there's just a lot of questions. What is next for Ben Bateman?
Well, it's going to be partnering up with another one of the Horsemen and stomping Rocha and everybody else into dust.
Yeah, that's
embarrassing
right.
him in front of everyone.
You're pairing with Riley, which is it's kind of weird because Riley's supposed to be facing Andrew. Like, that doesn't put you in an odd spot.
Yeah, what's great about Riley is not only is he really great at movie trivia, but he's going to get over losing to Andrew really quickly. So we'll be able to fight really well together. It's going to be a really good match. Every one of the matches we play in the tournament, and he'll take that loss on the chin because my boy Guy's on fire.
Hell yeah.
That's a great way to go into this. Thanks again for playing today. I'm sorry it didn't go your way, man.
Thanks, Jessica. You look great.
Thanks, Jessica.
All right, well, Ken, you see there, I think both competitors really thinking about getting back on track as far as the Anarchy goes. Once we get into that tournament, it's going to have teams, but you look at what John Rocha.
All right, everybody, that's where we're going to end it tonight. Congratulations to the Outlaw, John Rocha. It hurts my heart, man. The boss came that close to owning everything in the Schmoedown. What you gonna do? As he said, you take one on the chin to come back stronger. Up next, you're gonna see Mark Yodi Riley taking on dastardly Andrew Guy. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.